What's up, guys? This was a very busy day for me here. This Monday was crazy. I know I say it all the time, but everyone knows Mondays are crazy. Everyone saves everything up from the weekend, right? All the drama, all the things they don't want to talk about, all the things they want to deal with, they deal with it on Monday. And then they call Dave Palumbo. So anyway, I've been filming little snippets all day long because things happened, sheds happened. I walked into my snake room. There was a craziness going on. You'll see all that was going on. I didn't really film that much of it because I try to keep this video to be a very peaceful, enjoyable, type of journey. But I have craziness that goes on in my life too, so I gotta chronicle that. Tomorrow, my good friend PJ Braun is driving over from Boca. He's gonna be picking up some carpet pythons from me. And he was a guy I kind of groomed from when he was a young guy and was into bodybuilding, and I showed him the ropes, and now he owns his own supplement company, Blackstone Labs, and he's coming over here to pick up some snakes, so that's cool. I haven't seen him in a while, and we'll do some fun videos, I'm sure, for tomorrow's edition of Muscle Serpents Daily. But let's go into the room. A lot of people asking me about boa breeding and what's going on in your boa room. Let's see who we got paired up and what's going on. I'll show you a little sneak peek, and we'll just do some various potpourri today on this wonderful Monday. All right, a little scaleless ball python update. I did a big video on it and how to take care of these scaleless balls and the proper care and how to moisturize them and all that good stuff last week. And this little girl shed out completely since that video. She was just about to shed, and we pretty much I had to pull a little bit off her, but she's really clean looking now. Came out really good. Want to show you guys. Also, I noticed something that I've never noticed before, and I don't know if I've heard anyone else bring it up. I don't know if I'm the only one who noticed it. Probably not. If you look on the bottom portion of her tail, right below the vent, there's your vent, you can see those that little yellow area. Those are bumpy scales. So this scaleless animal actually has some scales. I don't know if the camera's picking this up. I'm doing this on my iPhone. I try to zoom in there without losing the contrast. You can see those yellow bumps. Those are scales. They have some scales, and they're rough. If you rub your hands on them, they feel like scales on their tail below the vent. So we call this a scaleless ball python, but it's really not. There's a couple scales on there. Interesting, right? I never really realized that until I actually spent some time, helping the snake, get some stuck shed off. And I realized, and you can see it's kind of continuing with this yellow. That's no scales right there. No scales, no scales. And then as soon as you get right past the vent, you got these little bit of roughness and scales right there. And you can see them right there. They're a little bumpy. So pretty cool. See, when you play with your animals, you spend time with them, you find out some cool, interesting things. All right, I came into my snake room, and there's tubs open that I did not leave open. I don't know what's going on. There are tubs open. I found a carpet python wrapped up in here. This girl was floating around. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how all these tubs got open. But I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I thought I was robbed at first. Someone came in here and robbed something, which is kind of hard with all these security I had on here, and nothing went off, and there was no doors broken in. But seriously, I haven't figured it out. Unless somehow a big snake got out and has been crawling behind racks, popping out tubs. That's the only thing I can think of, and letting the other snakes out. I know it sounds ridiculous, but if there's a big snake behind some of these tubs, that could be the problem. I mean, I have tubs all over popping out. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen. I'm totally freaked out. All right, look what I found. That's one of my guys that's responsible for all this mayhem here in my snake room. My scaleless head pinstripe. These big snakes will get out, one snake, and they'll get behind these bins and they'll pop them out. And then when they pop out these bins, another snake will escape. And it's like a chain reaction. So I don't know who the first one was, But I found a big albino, and I just found this guy, and I think this guy might be the culprit. So the moral of the story is, if one snake gets out, he frees them all. They're in collusion. You think they're not, but these are pretty smart animals. Collusion. I caught him red-handed. I thought I got them all, and then I'm just doing a final search. Look at this. Look at this little guy. And now, let's grab him. Another one. Can you believe it? I'm telling you, I don't even know how many are out because I had males in with females, so I haven't really been able to do inventory yet. So here's the other one. I should have known. He was in with that scaleless head one. So anyway, another one caught. I got the woodpecker. I hear him. This is the woodpecker that keeps me up at night. I thought woodpeckers were like little, like Woody Woodpecker. This thing is huge. Wait till you see this thing. There he is. Look at him banging away. Look at him. He's whacking his head against that pole. And he's got a red head like Woody Woodpecker. He's got a really red head like Woody Woodpecker. All right, a little bit more boa action here. A lot of people have been asking me what's going on in my breeding programs, and they seem to like you guys seem to like the boa videos a lot. So here's a hypolabyrinth. Remember that labyrinth in the single copy has the labby pattern. This is slightly reduced pattern labyrinth because of the hypo gene. The hypo will take some of that labyrinth out, but you still see it right there. That's the male. So it's a hypolabyrinth that I'm breeding to, as far as I know, she's a virgin. I bought her as an adult. She's a big boa. She's not that long, but look at that head. She's huge. She's a super hypo anery, or anuthoristic, meaning removal of red. And I just picked her up. I just liked her. I don't know. Someone was selling her pretty cheap. They would just get rid of her from their collection. I tried to breed her last year. Actually, I tried to breed her 2 years. She never bred. She was very underweight, though, when I got her. So I got her up to size, and she's still very muscular. And she loves to eat. I think I'm seeing some close to breeding action here. The tails are pretty close. They're definitely interested in each other. So I'm hoping to produce, like I said, some super hypo labyrinths that I guess would be head for anery, I saw the anery labyrinths are really cool looking. So the super labyrinth or super hypo anery which would be a super ghost, should be really cool if we can produce those down the road. So this is step one here. Look at that eye. The super hypos have great looking eyes, and she's obviously, look at that black tongue. She's anery as well. Here's my scoria female. She produced a beautiful litter this year. We got 5 really, really nice scoria double head paradigm bloods from her. She put her size on really well, and I waited a long time to breed her, so I might go again with her this year and then give her a year off after that. She ate really well this off season. I stopped feeding her 2 weeks ago, and I'm deciding what I'm going to pair her with. But she's got a lot of purples in her, and she's just a regular scoria. She doesn't have any other genes in her. Really one of my favorite snakes. A lot of people always ask how the scoria is neurologic, because they're kind of similar to the spider gene and ball pythons and the jag gene and carpets. This girl's never showed me any neurological signs whatsoever. But I know it's inherent in the scoria gene, so I don't say it can't happen. I just don't see it in mine. And then the babies as well. And you can see I could even try to startle her a little bit. She reacts very normal. She's really good. Good girl. Beautiful coloring. And I just got to figure out who I want to pair up with this year. All right, this was such a popular pairing this past year, and I tried to do this for the last 2 years, and I finally got a great litter from this girl this past year. This is my IMG Motley Anery head albino female. She's jet black. She's just as black as it gets. Mixing her with my Moonglow male, and they produced some. They didn't produce a lot. I got like 6 or 7 really healthy babies. Sold a couple of them. Still have a bunch of them for sale. I'll be putting them. I don't even know if I'm going to put them up. I might just hold them back. I have someone who's waiting on an IMG Moonglow. They're paying me off on. They got a great male for me. I don't even know why I let it go, but anyway, I'm repeating the breeding this year, so hopefully we can get some more IMG Moonglows and IMG Snows. All right, here's a repeat breeding we're going to be doing this year. Here's my hypo salmon, also as a bloody salmon that's het sharp albino, being bred to the male sharp albino het blood. We hit some amazing odds this year. This female only produced like 4 or 5 babies, and 4 lived. 2 were fire opals, which are hypo blood albinos. So we really hit the good odds. The gods were really in favor of us this year. And these guys love each other. Look at that. That's puppy love, right? Doesn't get much nicer than that. And hopefully they're going to repeat. She came back really good this year. She ate a lot. She put on her size again. And so I'm going to breed her again, and then I'll give her a year off. She bred late. She didn't breed for me 2 years ago when I thought she would. So she was a little older anyway. And she had a small clutch. So I don't really think it really took too much out of her. Once again, I wanted to show you the cage. It's a little messy looking, right? There's urates in there. There's probably dried pee in there on the paper. But notice I have a very clean water bowl, and there's no poops in there. And the reason I leave it a little dirty is because the pheromones that these snakes release, that smells that will attract the males to the females, are found in the urine and the urates. So I find that if you just keep the cages a little messier, not poop messy, because that's bacteria, but a little messier, I find that it kind of maybe stimulates breeding behavior. So if you're having trouble maybe getting some of your snakes to kind of, because they don't have to be locking all the time. They're not locked right now, but you could tell they like each other and they're going to lock, or they might have locked already when I wasn't looking. So this is a good sign when they're laying on top when the male's laying on top of the female. And so if you're not seeing that kind of behavior and they're ignoring each other, don't over clean your cages. Just take the poops out, make sure they got clean water. That's another little trick I learned. All right, last little peek for today. This is an exquisite female. I've showed you this girl before. She's a Motley Jungle Sunglow, which is a hypo albino, call albino. She's also got a lot of coralling, which is red and pinks in her. I mean, she's got exquisite color. Her name's Eileen. She's after Eileen Calabrese. So Eileen's probably not watching this video, but I named her after you, Eileen, because of the red hair. And she's got a lot of red in her. Anyway, beautiful snake. I have no idea who I'm going to pair her with. I'm really not sure. I'm thinking...
Guess who?
All right, guys, that's it. It's a late night here. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, and so finally finishing up in the snake room. I didn't really spend that much time in the snake room, but I had that escaped. Well, actually, I think all told, there's 7 escapees, and I think I still have 1 on the loose. Hopefully, I'll find her tomorrow. But hey, we got them all back, and all it takes is 1 to get out, and it's like jailbreak. They let them all the other ones out. I would like to believe that it was not purposely done, but maybe it's like night at the night at the museum. You never know, when the owner is away, all of a sudden the animals shall play. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video on boas. If you have any suggestions or comments, put them in the comment section below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and we'll see you back tomorrow morning.